Red and I have been working together now for years. I would see him come through. Actually, you could smell him from the back because his cologne that he wears, it always, you knew he was in the building. We'd have to look through the window and turn around. He's like, oh, the guy with the beard is here. The cologne's coming through. He's a different breed. I'm a different breed. He saw something different in me, and I saw something different in him. And I'll be honest with you, I'm closer with him the last 4.5 years than I am with a lot of people that I've known longer. So.
The owner of Po' Boys, John, man. I met John. Somebody actually was here at the barbershop, had a box of shrimp. He let us try it. I met John through his food, man.
Don't you hit this damn bubble. I'll tell you right now, this on the one. If I was you, I'd hurry up and get on down there to Po' Boys located on Freedom Drive.
Great dude. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He's from a whole nother country. But nah, John, you already know, man, if you somehow get to see this video, even though it's about us, but this is about you, man. I really appreciate, everything that you do, man. Not for me, man, but for our community. I really mean that. So, John, a great dude, man. Great dude.
I actually met Red through the restaurant, and the initial conversation that we had was this book bag drive. Remember that?
Yeah, that was it. We started off from a book bag drive.
We started off with the book bag drive and trying to see where I could help.
Yeah.
And then I told you how I wanted to do the turkeys for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And put that together, and then that's how we started collaborating on the community work. And then it just kept growing from there. Then eventually, he started cutting my hair.
Started chopping it up, huh?
It was just easier for you to cut it than argue with my wife every time she cut it. So.
We're live right here at Po' Boys on Freedom Drive. Big shouts out to Master Cut, shouts out to BUB Great, Grace Church. Shout out to everybody, man. CMPD, shout out to all the Po' Boys employees. I tell you, everybody's coming together. Unity in the community, it works. This year right here, we're giving away over 500 turkeys thanks to one of our big donors, Charlotte Rescue Mission. And man, we just want to say thank you to everybody, man. And as you can see, we're having a great day, a great time. And remember, BUB Great. Peace.
It's always good, for these events to see the community helping community. And Big Red and Master Cuts, they're part of the community, and they're always doing good things. And then you have a lot of community members out here helping as well. You have lines of cars, and people, feeling blessed to get a turkey or a Thanksgiving meal, when times are tough, especially during COVID. People are out of work, so something like this is huge, especially in the community on the west side.
This is the reason this started. Thanksgiving's probably one of my most favorite holidays. Just the whole, because it also goes from Thursday technically into the weekend, visiting family, cooking. The whole basis behind it is the experience of actually cooking the turkey with family and having a good Thanksgiving dinner. So that's the real basis behind it. That's what makes me happy, is to give somebody that experience that I enjoyed growing up.
How you doing? And then tomorrow, come get some fish from Po' Boys. And then Tuesday, come to Master Cuts and get a haircut.
There's just so much going on in the world, so much negativity. People really stop caring, and he's honestly one person that I can say hasn't stopped caring. He's a family-oriented person. He gives back to his employees. He gives back to the community. He's just a really great person, and he's been really good to me. I worked for him, for the last 2 years, and he's very understanding. When he took me on, I was at a really dark place. And every day he, helped me out, let me know things were gonna be okay. He let me be me, and he cared about me at the same time. So he's a great person, and they're gonna have to drag me out of here kicking and screaming when it's time for me to retire.
Everybody want to be their own boss, want to be that single person, but it takes unity to build anything up. They're in the community. This is their community. and the ones who feed them, they feed them back in return. And I can see a big thing in the future for it. It's a wonderful thing, a beautiful thing.
One thing I do I appreciate you, John, is you're not really being from this community, and you coming in, man, and being from a whole nother culture, and you still show that true love, that one unity, and for us to be able to represent a diverse crew for our community, just to show that we can give back, man. I think it's very important, man, just how we move, and so I appreciate that, man.
It's like-minded people with like-minded ideas. And truth be told, man, if everybody realized that if you got enough, that's all you really need.
It's definitely good, man. It's good to just come together, man, because my mother being white, my father being black, I don't get involved with the color, man. I just look at the spirit, man, the love that people give and what we can give back, and just knowing that God favored us and put us in a position to not only own a business, but we're in a position to give people jobs, and I tell people all the time, people say, how's it feel to have people work for you? To be honest with you, I feel like as an owner, I look at it as I'm working for my people.
Me growing up, I did always have a mindset of having my own business. I did always see it. I didn't know what type of business, but I did know, and I believed in myself and my knowledge that I received growing up to have my own business.
My dad filed bankruptcy when I was real young. I was spoiled up until that point, I'm not gonna lie to you. And it started with a conversation with my dad and how I got into working and getting into the restaurant business. Never really said to myself I wanted to be in the restaurant business either, because even after I opened up my first place on my own, I was still always searching for something else. But we like to call it the illness, especially in the Greek community, because none of us, I think, wanted to be restaurant owners, but somehow ended up as restaurant owners. And the illness about I mean is we drive down the street and you see a for lease sign in front of a restaurant building, you'd have to pull over and look just to entertain the idea, even if you were happy doing something else. If I was ever successful, the first thing I would do is try to give back on a regular basis as much as I could to the community. I'm just a strong believer if you put out good, good comes back. The food, put out a good, consistent product, of course, and then, attach it with the community work, and it should do well. And that's not the reason why I do it in terms of financial gain. It's just, they support me, I support the community back.
Me being in the barbershop, man, being able to talk to the community is very important, because I'm telling them things that someone taught me that maybe they don't know, and yeah, I come from a multi-race family. My mother's white, my father's black. Both my parents have no more than a middle school education, high school education, but my family work hard. Our community struggles with what has spiritually been spoken over them for years, and that's what has to get broken. That's the challenging part, is when I hear the stigma of being a color or being a minority, you come with some type of problem or issue or don't have or this. That's not the truth. That's the spoken word that has to get broken. Because once we stop speaking that on each other and speak life, then we'll start getting that. So when I do hear these young men come in of any color, because of their spirit, because of what they have been raised to be taught and believe, that's what I try to work on when I get to speak to folks, that you can do it. Because I had to ask, well, what am I doing in here? Seriously, yeah, I cut hair, but honestly, passionate about cutting hair, I'm not. I'm passionate about people, speaking, loving, if I can encourage and help. So the conversations that we have in this barbershop, and I can imagine all barbershops around the world, man, because the people that come in and the things they just want to get off their chest. You realize when you come into a barbershop or a beauty salon or anywhere, you're coming in at a state of mind and at a positioning that is not up to your best. So as you go through this timeline of somebody's cutting, trimming, putting yourself together, and you look at that, now you're uplifted. And that's an amazing piece. It's like, wow, like that moment within 30, 45 minutes, however long it takes to do hair, you really help change the energy of people. That's just from an outer appearance. Now, from an inner appearance, whenever you get to speak on, you know, man, my family member passed away, or man, I'm graduating. You know, it don't have to always be down moments. We have our ups and our downs as well. But the conversation that happens in the barbershop, man, it's so powerful, not only for the community, but for us as barbers as well.
Biggest eye-opening experience that I've had in this building since I've opened was a homeless man that came through the door and had no money. He had about maybe $2, $3. I'm not gonna lie to you. He had a couple bucks on him, and he was trying to find the smallest piece of fish he could buy with that $2. And it was the middle of a Friday night. You gotta understand, on Fridays the line starts back there, and before COVID, and would end over here continuously from probably 12, 1 in the afternoon till the time that we closed. And I don't even want it cleaned. I just want the smallest piece you got. And I'm like, you don't want it cleaned, you just want the smallest fish I got. And they found some small croaker, and they put it on the scale. I was like, man, what you got? Don't even charge them. I said, just let them have it. I said, you know, we're not going to sell it to anybody. It's too small. Somebody that we're just going to end up throwing it away. Go ahead and give it to him. And I wouldn't look at him. And I thought, you know, was trying to just brush him off and get him out the door because he was making a bit of a scene, but he wasn't being rude. He was just being loud. I think that's just how he was and the way he came off, and he winded up turning around, and it still bothers me. Sorry. He just wanted to make eye contact. And say thank you. So that one, oh man, got me going now. But no, that one touched me the biggest, because that was like, you know, how many people walk by this man every day and don't make eye contact, don't talk to him, brush him off, just like the way I tried to brush him off. And you know, he made it adamant he wouldn't leave without making eye contact and telling me thank you. And I was like, man, that one changed my life. That one really did.
We know we can't fix all the problems. We do understand that our community has problems that we probably can't even see, or we don't even speak on, because we just don't know. Giving back food, giving back book bags is just a small piece to our problem. You know what I mean? There's education, there's schooling, I mean, trade schools. There's a lot of things that John and I do speak on that hopefully we can be a part of the change, and if we're not, hopefully we can leave something where the next generation can come up and continue to help out. John and I, we're definitely, we're trying our best. We're doing what we can. You know, if everybody does a little, nobody has to do a lot. And this journey and this walk that John and I are on, it's just to do our best, whatever we can do to help out. God provided us to be in a position to help, and we're believers that that's what we need to do. That's what we're here to do, serve and give back. As long as we continue to show and to showcase God's work, positive information, people coming together, unifying, speaking on one accord, showing love, that's our cure.